Good morning. Welcome if you're joining us today for our live where we are studying our dolphin. The reference image that looks something like this. And this is the picture that I'm going to be copying from. Obviously, we can make changes and adjustments to it because we've got complete freedom and creative license with it. There's only so much dolphin though, isn't there? Last week's for seahorse, we could change the colours and stuff. But you could have a colourful dolphin too. So this is what we're going to be drawing today. Hi, Jill, Emily and Freya. Thank you for letting me know. Hi from Pi. I hope you've had a lovely weekend. I got a little bit sunburnt yesterday because it is Elliot's birthday today. He's 5 today. And so we had a family round for a barbecue yesterday. And I probably had too much sun. But in the shade now, ready for our draw along. Same as every other time, just using normal HB pencil. I've got my putty rubber, and then these are the colours I've picked out today. So of course I've got black, and lots of greys, a bluey grey, and a light blue, and also some green, because I noticed when I looked at the dolphin image, there is like green markings on his snout. And I've got some dolphin facts to share with you as we draw along today as well. But just to highlight, this is another new skill that we're going to be looking at developing today. I chose this reference image in particular because there's lots of like reflections going on the shape of the dolphin's head. So I wanted us to try and focus on creating this shiny look through colour and tone. So something slightly different. Obviously, we're not working with fur. Something a little bit different, really. Not a lot of colour, but we're going to focus on the form of and the shape of the face, getting as accurate as possible. And then when we add colour, trying to create this shiny texture. I don't know how I should describe it. Shiny, isn't it? Reflective. So should we get started? Thank you, Jill. Hi, Mel, as well. And sorry if I'm saying the wrong name. I realise that it's probably the young person on an adult facilitator's Facebook. But you know what I mean. So I'm going to spend a bit of time like I did. I'm trying to slow this bit down so that I don't rush and get the wrong shape. And I want to make sure I've got his whole head, his snout, and the eye in as well. So I'm going to start over with the eye. I'm just going to sketch it in roughly. And then I'm going to track using the lines on the images to try and make sure I get the right angle. And so that I've got the same right amount of distance between his eye to the side of his head. So I'm going to just sketch it in roughly to begin with, and then we'll work out the details in a second. And because of the angles that he's at, although we know that their snouts are very long, because of the angle of the way he's facing us, it actually is quite short. So try not to do what your brain will be telling you to do, is extend that out, because that wouldn't necessarily be accurate. So make sure you refer to the reference picture to get it as accurate as possible.
I don't have a rubber.
You need to borrow my one, Michael.
Yeah,
Michael's joining us as well today. Hi, Erin. And Hannah as well. So we can't see his back dorsal fin because we're focusing on the face, but we can get that front flipper in, or part of it. So that's not too bad a start for me. I'm not sure I'm going to change much of it, because I think that's all right. But what I've noticed here, when you look at the reference picture, his bottom jaw actually juts it out further than his top jaw. So that's what I've done. I've corrected that in my brain and done it the other way around, but that's not accurate. So I'm just going to change that. Cool. Quite a simple one, really, compared to some of the more complex ones. You think the seahorse last week had lots of little details on it, didn't it? So now I'm going to focus on, because we haven't got a lot of detail, I want to make sure what we do is pretty spot on today. So I'm going to focus on the eye. And now I need my putty. So I just sketched in a rough shape to begin with. But now I want to go back and draw this fairly accurately. So you can see there's 2 lines across his face. And it's almost like they form a circle around where the eye is. I'm going to put them in. I'm not happy with that because it's too far over this way. I need to start back here, I think. And you can see his eyelids as well. Something not right with this, where the eye is for me. I think I need to do this bit again because I know I'm going to get the ump with it. So if I zoom back out of my picture so I can figure out what's going on here. I think the eye's there. We'll go with that. If you can hear a gasping dog, that's Roxy. She's too hot, but she refuses to stay out of the heat. So she's joining us for the draw along. I wonder if it's picking up. It sounds very loud down here. Cool. So now I'm going to use the pencil to sort of plot in the different shapes I can see on the head. So it's like there's like a triangular shape here.
Putty wrapper.
Need the rubber. Yeah. And then there's like a stripe here. Another dark line there. Just over his snout, join into his mouth. And then we've got these wrinkles as well that I want to put in. That's not the right place. That's looking good, Michael.
I think the head's to one side of it.
I've done the same. And then I can see there's a slight colour variation, almost like he's got a white belly. I'm putting that line in as well, just to remind myself not to shade it grey like everything else. Cool. I can see some stripes. I might try and get these in. It's like some markings. I don't know if it's the water reflection or it's the marking on the dolphin. I'm going to try and keep them in as well. Cool. I think we're ready to start shading now. That wasn't too complicated, was it? Right, what should I start with? The eye? Tends to be what I do. So I'm going to start. I can't see much in the way of colour. There's a little bit of white on the eye, but otherwise it looks black. I don't know if they've got black or whether they have brown eyes, but I'm going to shade it black and I'm going to adjust it slightly. I'm going to leave a highlight. And that you can't see one on the picture very well. I think it helps to bring the picture to life a bit. So I'm going to leave a white circle in the middle so it looks a bit more realistic. And then we could definitely need some greys. Let's try this bluey grey that I've got, see how that turns out. And I'm going to try and be quite brave with my application of colour. I'm going to try and make some real dark and then highlighted areas as well. Go in with the normal grey now, I think. And then darker grey. How's your drawing going, Michael? You've been asked.
Good.
Do you want to share it?
Sure.
We show Michael's. I think you're doing a good job. There you go. And you'd have to highlight.
He looks quite ferocious. His eyes.
Is he not a friendly dolphin?
Looks quite, yeah.
We always associate them with being friendly animals, don't we? They look like they're smiling though. Well, they are.
Not all of them. They're very sharp teeth.
They do well. I don't think they're not like sharks. They're not going to.
No.
Generally, they're not going to attack
And
humans.
he's going to take people around and know what sharks do.
They eat fish and crustaceans. But yeah, I guess we associate them being friendly because it looks like they're smiling. It's just the shape of their mouth, but
I mean,
it looks like a smile sometimes, doesn't it?
When you think about it, a dolphin is the same as a killer whale.
Well, it's funny you should say that because I looked up some facts just before we went live, and killer whale is a type of dolphin.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I assumed they were a whale, but no. So the other name for them is orcas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a species of dolphin. That was new information to me.
Yeah, because you think dolphins are nice, but killer orcas.
And again, it's their markings
ferocious.
make them look ferocious, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm blending my bluey grey with a darker grey now. And up here, there's more bluey tinge on the top of his head. So if you haven't got a bluey grey, just get like a navy blue and mix it with grey. So switch between the two pencils, and that'll give you a bluey grey.
I mean, when you think about it,
dolphins can protect you from sharks. We've had as a fact come in. They work as a team, don't they? So dolphins live in pods, so they live in
like orcas.
Groups. Yes, like orcas, yeah.
So that would make sense.
Yeah. And they're mammals, so they give birth to live young. So they're not a fish, and they don't lay eggs like fish. They give birth to live young, and they feed them milk, just like humans. This is a bottlenose dolphin that we're drawing. It's the one that you most commonly see on TV. Is that the wild birds we can hear on Michael's quail? That's just the birds outside. Yeah, that's not the quail at the moment. Quail are quite quiet at the minute, actually. They were noisy yesterday.
Probably because it's quite hot, so they had a cheap load. Oh, there was a lot of people yesterday. So maybe that's why.
The roosters were crowing quite a bit, but they're quite quiet today. So I'm really making a point of keeping these lines really defined and almost over-exaggerating them. Can we colour dolphins a different colour, or does it need to be the same as yours? There are no rules with artwork, so you can do exactly whatever you want. There's no right or wrong with art, so whatever colours you want to use. What would be nice if even if you've changed colours, if you still try and get these lines and patterns on the same, because that's what helps to make it look reflective and shiny. So you could do that. You could have a purple dolphin, but still have those lines and markings in place. It's quite light around his eye, so I'm going to keep that as light as possible and then build up the layers of colour around it. I feel like there's a slight green tinge in the top of his head as well. So I'm going to use my green in with the grey. Almost like an algae colour, isn't it? I wonder if it is. Spend all that time in the water. Maybe algae does grow on them. I saw some dolphins in the wild the day before yesterday in the sea. Oh my goodness, whereabouts was that? That's amazing. I've seen dolphins in the wild when I visited Australia and we were on a boat trip and they were swimming alongside us. Yeah, I've swam with dolphins in captivity. That's not the same though. It's much better to see them in the wild in their natural habitat where they should be, to be fair. But it's just so breathtaking and magical when you see something like that. Oh, the internet dropped out there. Hope you can see us still. That's looking good, Michael.
It's looking all right.
Yeah, no, you've done this, the green and the blue at the top really well. I'm not going to make the mistake of colouring the sea around him like I did with the fish that time. I don't think it added anything to the picture, so he's just going to have a white background.
Maybe he's in the clouds.
I might move to his nose now. And again, his nose is quite highlighted. There isn't so much dark. So I'm going to go easy with a grey tone. We saw a picture of a turtle with a whole ecosystem growing on the top of its shell. Oh my God, that's amazing. Now I have cheated a bit here because now that I've zoomed in, I can see on the reference picture, you can see a couple of teeth, but I had not made space for them on per picture. So my dolphin is not going to have teeth. He's definitely got some green going on the end of his snout.
That did not sound like a bird.
We've got a parakeet that
yeah,
keeps visiting the garden. I keep hearing him every now and then.
I think it's a red-nosed parakeet.
Yeah, because you looked it up, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just on his own though. Normally you see them in flocks, but we seem to have one on his own.
It's really weird to get one here though.
Don't know where it's coming from.
Like, cannot know that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that green running along his jaw as well, mouth. And then some darker tones.
I wonder why a crow make that noise.
Oh yeah, if you heard that, that was the rooster crow crowing.
But why do they make the noise?
To let everyone know that he's there.
Oh, that's actually good. I thought they just done it because it's a nice sound.
No. He's basically saying, I'm the boss around here.
Oh, yeah.
But there's two of them in there, so they can. When one starts, normally that sets the other one off. Because no, I'm the boss around here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with some blue underneath his jaw. Like it's quite a sky light blue. Might have to put some grey in it after.
My dolphin does not look happy.
Does he not? You're pixelated and keep freezing. Oh no. It doesn't seem to matter what the weather is like. So if it's extreme weather, whether it's hot or cold, it seems to affect our streaming, unfortunately. We're looking at trying to find a different provider because it's a bit of a pain.
Rubber.
You need rubber.
Thank you.
My dolphin is evil. It's bad to the extreme.
I wonder
Is it the facial expression or the eye?
Like, it's nearly been half an hour and was like literally new then the whole entire day.
Yeah, it's quicker than I thought it was going to be today, but it gives us time to sort of go over and add in more details. I really want to sort of emphasize those lines, so I might go in with some darker tones.
You can do that.
You're not fancying that, though?
No, I think making more details makes it worse. Like you done last time with fish. I'll never forget that.
Hmm. There's a lot of escaped parakeets and broadtails. Yeah, we see them in lots of parks around this way, but they're, like I say, normally in big groups. So it's odd to see one on its own.
Maybe it got chucked out of the nest.
Maybe just got lost his group.
So now he's just living with us. Oh, look, this will do. Or maybe he lives here. And he one can't he?
Mm.
Maybe it's trying to get a mate. Who knows? Who knows until we hear another parakeet. It's nice
getting
that.
that. Yeah. Getting that fin in now. Putting a bit more blue in there as well. I'm wondering if my blue is a little bit too bright. We'll roll with it. It's almost like a purpley tone there. I should have got a purple out. It's thunder in there. We had 2 rumbles of thunder and loads of howl about half an hour ago. But now it's like brilliant sunshine again. It's already too hot. I'm doing that very British thing of complaining about the heat now.
Intense drawing.
You are ferociously shading there, Michael.
But it makes it realistic.
Oh, I used the wrong pencil. I used that one, didn't I, before? It was too black. Nearly done. What do I want to do? I think just more shading, more grey shading.
My grey pencil.
You've blunted out. The way you've been using that, I'm not surprised, mate. Need to sharpen it.
Yeah.
Got him.
Should I do an electric one?
Yeah, got him. So now I'm really going back to these lines now and just making sure I've done enough of them and I'm happy with them. At the moment, I feel like this needs more.
Just drawing. I'm nearly done one.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to take too much longer. It'd just be painting it next.
I don't do that because I don't get water.
Share mine.
Yeah, that's right. I like it without the water. And last thing.
I think I'm pleased with that. Maybe this
We've
fin.
finished the
We've
colour.
finished at the same time. Well, I'm doing it again. I'm just adding in. I think the fin was too light for me. I'm just adding some darker tone.
I wonder what the rarest dolphin is.
Wow. Funny you should ask. I'm going to bring up the facts for you. Let's have a look. There we go. Facts about dolphins. I was prepared. There are currently 42 species of dolphin. I didn't realise there were that many, to be fair. And like I say, orca is a classification, or is a type of dolphin. Again, news to me. What other facts have you got there, Michael? Can you read them out whilst I paint?
Yeah. What? Read these.
Yeah.
Dolphins are marine mammals. They must surface to breathe air. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they must come to the surface to
And
breathe air.
No, the sentence.
Ah.
Give birth to live young. A dolphin pregnancy lasts between 9 and 16 months.
So it depends on the species of dolphin. When I first read that, I was like, oh, it can vary from dolphin to dolphin. I was like, oh no, because there's all different species of dolphins.
The mother feeds her offspring on milk. The sons and daughters of resident orcas stay with their maternal family for life. Dolphins eat fish, squid, and
Crustaceans.
They do not chew their food, but may break it into smaller pieces before swallowing. They don't chew it, but how do they?
Like a bird. You think when they sort of just swallow it whole, don't they?
Yeah. All dolphins have conical shaped teeth. A Risso's dolphin has 14, or a spinner dolphin can have 240?
240 teeth.
Yeah.
That's a lot of maintenance, isn't
Wow. The orca killer whale is the largest dolphin. Hector's dolphin and Francescana,
which where are you reading? Point to it. Francescana, I think.
Are two of the smallest. Oh, orcas are. Oh wait, no, those. The 4 river dolphin species inhabit the large waterways of Asia and South America.
So they live in freshwater as opposed to seawater.
Dolphins have an array of voicelations such as clicks, whistles, and squeals. I've heard them, which they use for their well-developed communication of echolocation skills. Lifespan varies from 20 years in the smaller dolphin species to 80 years, or more larger dolphins such as orcas. 9 years?
Mouse dolphin,
a subspecies of the New Zealand dolphin, is the most endangered dolphin. There are less 50 individuals remaining. Fewer than 10 vaquitas, a species of porpoise, survive.
Only 10 left of them.
Yeah. 10 of them.
That's not a lot, is it?
No.
Should we see what the differences are between dolphins and porpoises?
Porpoises are smaller than dolphins. They are less than 2.5 meters, so basically 80 foot long. They are also characteristically chunkier than dolphins and have a small head, little or no beak, and small triangular dorsal fin.
Dorsal fin.
Dorsal fin, except the finless porpoises. Porpoises and dolphins also have different teeth shape. Porpoises' teeth are spade-shaped, whilst dolphins are conical.
Nice.
I can read fast.
You can. I was struggling to keep up with you there.
I don't know how though. Although I do read a lot.
You're done. Erin's done. My dolphin's called Finn. I like it. That's appropriate. And Michael, how is your drawing? Do you want to show?
Yeah, I've done it.
Michael's finished as well. Here's Michael's.
Kind of looks like a dog between a seal, dog, and dolphin.
I think he's really good. I think the way that you've captured the colours and the shapes is really good. And you got the stripes in as well.
Yeah. Well, you can.
Pip, I've joined the photography course. Yay! So is Michael. Did you already know that? Did I already tell you that?
Yeah.
That's awesome. We do a little happy dance.
When you look at mine, it looks sad.
What, your
when
dolphin?
You look at yours, yeah. When you look at yours, your one has a big nose.
Oh, thanks.
No, it just
If you get complex now.
it looks weird, the nose.
Can't see Michael's. Show you again.
Mine looks quite sad.
Is it because the internet froze again? Yeah, it's got like one bar. Rubbish.
But he looks like sad.
We live in a no, it doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, we live in what was a coal miners' village, so it's a bit of a black zone for signal, which is not ideal.
But no one minds in the coal village now. It used to be one, now it's not.
But need to find a better provider so this doesn't keep happening. Yeah. It has good days and bad days, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So now that I'm adding the water, it would be really easy to just blend all the colours and lose that definition. So I'm purposely like focusing on the stripes individually so that I don't do that. So I keep that clear, defined shape and stripe because that's what makes it look reflective.
I bet it also wouldn't be nice being a coal miner.
I can't imagine it was a nice job.
I think probably the most relaxing job is probably art.
Being an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard to sell your artwork, isn't it?
Or maybe
so in a way, your stress is different because you've got to try and...
Maybe it's bracelet making? I don't know.
Jewellery making.
Yeah. Planting.
Gardening.
That
would be that's a nice relaxing thing to do, isn't it?
Just putting some...
Not if the caterpillars eat all your plants, though.
That's frustrating. We've had that before. Just a monster.
If you're not already on it, Erin, you might want to check out the closed group for photography because Joe's going to be putting some stuff in there in the coming weeks, things that I think you'll like. So there might be some challenges and some things to have a go at whilst we wait to start the actual course officially. Because Freya's doing it as well, isn't she? Oh, yeah, so there's Freya's watching at the moment and she's doing the photography as well.
Which one? There might be loads.
Freya, Jill's Freya.
Oh. Also, there might be like 3 different ones.
Freya does jewellery as well. She makes jewellery, does she?
Crystal jewellery.
Crystal?
I make crystal jewellery. I do a crystal thing.
It'll be good actually on the photography course. You'll be able to learn how to take really good photos of the jewellery you make, which will make it easier to sell online. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I've got I think I've got 19 bracelets. So I've got 19 round bracelets. I've got other bracelets, which wasn't included. So I might have 30. Beaded
jewellery, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Same then, I guess.
Same sort of process, isn't it?
Yeah. Just it's probably less expensive.
We've got a couple more open days happening this week. So on Thursday, I'm going to be talking about the entry level award, which is what you've done this year, Michael, isn't it?
Which one?
The creative craft course you've been doing.
Yeah.
How did you find it?
That was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
What was your favourite bit of it? Oh, you haven't actually finished yet, have you?
No.
So you need to finish.
We need to do the. No, we've done the bread. We need to do the tie dye, don't we?
You need to finish your upcycled
Probably
t-shirt.
the tie dye.
Yeah, the tie dye was fun.
I don't know. Maybe the.
You made the zombie, didn't you? The little.
Yeah, that. Yeah. I've actually got that still.
So sorry. On Thursday, I'm doing an open day on the entry level award. So that's the lower level qualification where it's not much written work and it's mostly just practical. But it's a taster of each of the specialisms. So a bit of textiles, a bit of cookery, a bit of mixed media. And so I'll just be showing you that course and what we do on it. And then on Friday, I'm going to be talking all about our cookery courses, which is like the most popular one. And again, so the level 1 and the level 2 courses, what we cover, what sort of things you'd learn about, what sort of things you'd cook, all that malarkey. So if anyone's been interested to find out more about any of those, you can join me on Thursday and Friday. Thursday at 3 o'clock and Friday at 2 o'clock.
I'm going to have a nap.
Thank you, bye from Mel. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to put your picture onto the post of this photo later on this evening if you want some written feedback. And then thank you from Joseph H8. Well done, Joseph. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, if you want some written feedback from me, Social Media Squirrel Joe will be uploading a picture around 6 p.m. So you just add a comment on there with a photo of your learner's work before 9 p.m. and I will make sure that everybody's got some written feedback. If you post it after 9, I can't guarantee that I'll be able to write the feedback because I log off. So just try and make sure you get it on there in time.
What was I going to say?
I don't know. What was you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say something really important.
I'm sure it was.
What was it? I actually can't remember. Oh yeah, I love it how so the people who join in, I like it how they can just leave.
And you can't.
But we have to.
Well, because I'm still painting. That's why. Got to get it done. Can't leave it half finished, can I? Did you sign yours, Michael?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just gonna teleport. The only thing I wish there was on Earth was a teleport.
Where would you go?
I'd probably go to first Disneyland again. But I wouldn't have to go on the ferry, so I'll get there in about 5 seconds.
That'd be handy.
Go to Spain. What's your favourite animal?
It was, when I was younger, dolphin and cheetahs. They were my 2 favourite animals.
So what's yours now?
I don't know. Probably my dog, Roxy. She's my favourite animal. Very specifically.
Yeah. Not quail.
Nah.
Sure, they are quite noisy.
No, it's not that. Just Roxy's a good dog.
Yeah. The quail can't just walk around where they... We can train a quail to do that.
Sounds like a lot of effort.
But yeah, that would take a long time.
Michael, can I see your drawing or show again?
Yeah.
There you go.
It really looks like a seal.
Thank you, Erin, age 9. Oh, I didn't realise you were so young. And Hannah, age 13. Oh, it is your profile. I'm never sure. I always worry I'm saying the wrong name. So that's cool. Has everyone beat me again? Has everybody finished? It's just waiting on me to finish now.
I know.
Erin is a horse and okapi. What's an okapi?
I'm going to search that up right now.
He's Googling it. He's on it.
What is a...
I've never heard of it. That's a new one on me.
Meerkat and a sheep. Anyone would like to see
Yeah,
that.
Elliot loves meerkats. And orangutans now.
Oh,
He's into
yeah.
orangutans. If you're on Instagram, you might have seen the cake I decorated for him this weekend. If you're not on our Instagram, check it out. Yeah, he specifically requested an orangutan cake, which is not something that you can find too easily in the shops. So I had to make one.
Thank you.
Oh, that looks like a prehistoric creature.
Yeah.
It's like a cross between a zebra and a deer.
Also known as a forest giraffe.
Ah.
Giraffe and zebra. They're quite medium.
Yeah, a bit like a zebra and a giraffe.
Yeah.
Thank you from Annie, age 8. Thanks for joining us, Annie. And my favourite animal is sheep from Pi. Oh, is it a particular type of sheep? Because there's all different breeds, isn't there? Because you work with some rare ones, don't you, Michael, at farm school?
Yeah. They'll actually live alone.
My favourite animal is a fox. Is that your favourite, Michael?
Fox.
Yeah.
I like fox. I like fox and red panda and panda.
Granddad's got a couple of families of foxes on these fields at the moment, hasn't he?
Except there was another one, but
got hit by a car.
No.
What's that?
Shot down.
It got shot down. Who shot at it?
Dumb man.
Oh, nice.
And then after he was like, look, I shot a fox.
To you?
No. This was like to loads of other people.
Oh, lovely.
It's like,
good of him.
Yeah. Did you realise like we need those?
Well, I get why farmers do get them, because
but
they do destroy their livestock sometimes, but
they're not doing it to.
I think where's my rubber gone? There. I think we're done. And I'm quite pleased with it. And way ahead of time. So I probably could have picked a picture to do the whole body, but I wanted to focus on the eye. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go back in and go, I'm just going to add that in.
My favourite animal is a horse. We've got horses. Well, I say we have horses.
Nanny's horses, aren't they?
Yeah. Technically our horses.
Okay, you help look after them.
I was going to say we use them, we help them. I wonder what the most endangered species is now.
Well, that dolphin has only got 20 of them left or whatever it was. Sounds pretty close to the mark.
Yeah. Wait, the first...
the
the animal who's on top of the food chain is a human.
Yeah.
What is it again?
Where's my black pencil?
Rhinoceros, tiger, orangutans.
Too many of them, and most of the reasons that they're endangered is because of human interference, either hunting them or taking their habitats.
Like red pandas, they hunt red pandas
for their fur, just for hats.
Yeah, leatherback sea turtle. Wolf, really? They're endangered.
Depends what type of wolf.
Yeah. Africa, there's loads. Green sea turtle.
My favourite. I missed loads of comments. My son wants to know how to draw a dragon. If you look back, Halima, last term we did mythical creatures, and our first one last term was a dragon. So we used a reference picture of an iguana and a bat and merged the two together. In fact, I can even show you if I move what my outcome was, which was So that was our dragon, but you might be able to do a better job of merging them together. Just go back through our past events. It should still be on there, but Facebook has got a habit of just suddenly deleting off lives, so I would check for it sooner rather than later. My favourite animal is a horse. Nice. Can you draw butterfly next? So this term we're just doing marine animals. So what is next? I think it might be an octopus, maybe. So again, if you look in our events that we've got planned, you'll see the rest of the next few weeks, and it's all marine animals. But we haven't planned for September onwards yet. So I could definitely, I'll be honest, I hate drawing insects. They're too symmetrical for my liking, but it has come up a few times, so I might have to bite the bullet with that one. Joseph, I love red pandas and pandas, or Arctic foxes. You like them as well, don't you? Can we draw one of those, please? So we could do a whole Arctic animals. So I like to theme them so that, especially if you're doing project work, it can fit in around that. So we could do a whole theme of Arctic animals. Just be lots of white animals, won't it? Do you know that dolphins like to surf on the waves? Yes, that's very cool. That's I like Jill's, but I love how Michael goes off researching the things that come up. Well, again, that's the beauty of what we do, and the way we do it, isn't it? It gives you that freedom to be able to go, oh, I don't know, let's find out. And you've got the time to pause and reflect, rather than when I taught in schools, even, and when Michael went to a school, it was very much next, move on. You didn't have time to really explore things fully. Everything was timetabled to the nth degree. That's the problem.
Another thing is, if we had no technology, we would struggle.
What with our learning?
No, we would struggle with everything. Most people would struggle.
Well,
you'd
adapt. Yeah, I don't think it'd necessarily be a bad thing, would it? Although it would be, because we wouldn't have to do these lives.
Yeah, and we would have to go out working. We can stay indoors and do it.
Well, going out is better. Cool. I think I'm done. I could do this all day, but I know what I'm like, and I end up ruining it doing that. So I'm going to sign it.
Sign
it. What have we got? African animals. That would be a good one. So we did do some. What did we do? Where we did the leopard or the jaguar? What did that all come under? It wasn't. Was it like rainforest animals? I can't remember now.
Yes, I think it was rainforest.
Thank you, Serenade Schwab finished a dolphin. They use watercolour paints. Nice. I'll share the picture later. That's really hard to control, watercolour paint, so well done. In year 2R, I drew something symmetrical of what I was supposed to be doing, just shoved into paper. I'm lost on that one a bit. I drew something symmetrical of what I was supposed to be doing, just shoved into paper. Was that in school, or was that at home? Oh, Joe, well done. We have octopus next. I looked at the image again last night and I thought, what was I thinking? It looks like a complicated one, but you know, we love a challenge. Then the turtle, then the humpback whale, which I'm really looking forward to, and then finally the crab. Jungle animals is what we did. Thanks, Joe. Thanks for prompting me there. That's right. I think that was before we really thought about doing them themed as well. It was just random animals, but now we're sort of like, oh, let's go with a topic. So yes, awesome. Well, I won't keep you guys long then, because obviously you've got the rest of your day and your week to get on with. Hope you've got some nice activities planned, and the weather doesn't get too unbearably hot like it still is. This cabin is heating up quite quickly. I can't wait to get out of here, actually. Areas that I love, octopuses also. Is it octopuses or is it octopi with its plural? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Leslie, that was at school. Yeah. We've got much more freedom now. We draw much more interesting things and pick our animals and learn about them as we go.
A square.
Yeah.
Draw a fruit bowl.
Yeah, and everyone draws the same fruit bowl.
Yeah.
That's not fun, is it? So yeah, 6 o'clock tonight. I'm going to photograph this now to send to Jo so she can pop it onto Facebook for you from 6 and 9. If you want to reply in your comments, I'll give you some written feedback. So thanks for joining us. I hope to see you next week. Joe's put join us next week to find out the plural of octopus, because I need to research. I'm going to have to Google that one. And if you are interested to find out about the entry level award or the cookery qualifications, I'm live Thursday and Friday. If you can't make live but you've got some questions you'd like to ask on them, just message us. You could DM Joe with any questions you've got if you want to find something specifically out about these courses, and I'll answer it in that live and you can watch it back on replay. So I will see you all soon. Have a lovely week. Bye-bye.
Bye.